Hello, my name is Nagustia. My class is number 33, 5807. My name is number 33, 220081. Project part 1 is oral presentation. Oral presentation. An oral presentation is a spoken report presented to an audience with the purpose of informing, persuading, or entertaining. It begins with a welcome, a hook to capture attention, the presentation objective, and a summary of the important themes. The body of the presentation comprises the main themes, which are supported by statistics, example, and visual aids. Transition between points in maintaining the flow. The conclusion highlights the important ideas, provides a call to action if necessary, and allows for question. Successful presentation need practice, compelling delivery, and efficient time management. This ensures that the presenter successfully delivers the point and keep the audience engaged. Oral presentation has purpose and method that assesses a person's speaking ability in various real-life situations. They have a purpose of assessing oral communication skill in language testing. They have 5 of purpose assessing oral communication skill in language testing. Number 1, proficiency evaluation. To define the extent to which learner can use language in real-life situations that involve everyday conversation, professional interaction, and academic discussion. It tests their ability to speak fluently, use appropriate vocabulary, and maintain logic. The second, academic and professional requirements. To conform to standards set by the school or workplace. For example, the university may require evidence of good speaking skill for admission, and certain jobs may require good oral communication skill. Number 3, diagnostic purposes. To find out specific strengths and weaknesses in student speaking skill. This can help teacher to provide customized instruction to improve areas they need more attention. Number 4, feedback and improvement. To give learners constructive feedback on their performance. This feedback helps them understand what they are doing well and what they need to work on, motivating them to improve their speaking abilities. Number 5, certification. Issuing certificates that verify a learner's language skill. The certificates can be useful for career advancement, further education, or immigration purposes. These certificates serve as proof that one can communicate effectively in a specific language. And they have method of assessing oral communication skill. They have 8 of method of assessing oral communication skill. Number 1, interviews. They have 2 interviews of method. Number 1, structure interview. In this assessment, the interviewer asks predetermined questions to ensure consistency and fairness. Answers are evaluated based on certain criteria such as fluency, coherence, and accuracy. And unstructured interview. These interviews are more conversational and flexible, allowing the interviewer to customize the question based on the answer. This method can provide a more natural assessment of the test taker's speaking ability. Number 2 of method is oral presentation. They have 2 oral presentation is prepared presentation and improved presentation. The prepared presentation is test takers are given time to prepare a presentation on a specific topic. This method assesses the ability to organize and deliver information clearly and effectively. Number 2, improved Presentation: test takers must speak on a topic with little or no preparation. This method tests their ability to think quickly and communicate ideas spontaneously. Number 3, role playing. In role playing scenarios, test takers are given specific roles and situations to act out. This method assesses their ability to use language appropriately in different contexts and demonstrates their problem solving and interaction skill. Number 4, group discussion. Participants engage in talk on specific issues, allowing them to examine their abilities to convey ideas, interact with others, and respond properly in a group context. This approach also assesses their talking and collaborative abilities. Number 5 is listening and responding. The taker listen to suggestion or conversation before responding. This technique evaluates both their listening comprehension and their ability to articulate suitable verbal answer. Number 6 is read aloud task. Task participants read a chapter aloud, allowing evaluator to score their pronunciation, intonation, fluency, and general oral reading abilities. This approach reveals the test taker's ability to communicate words properly and with appropriate expression. Number 7, interactive tasks. Tasks that require test takers to interact with others, such as negotiating, problem solving, or a collaborative project, are used to assess their ability to use language in dynamic and practical situations. And the last method is speech analysis. Evaluators examine record or live speech for linguistic characteristics include grammar, vocabulary, fluency, and coherence. This approach provides for a thorough evaluation of the test taker's language skill and use. Thank you.
Part 2, Case Studies Simulation.
Okay guys, good afternoon everyone.
Good afternoon, Miss.
Today we are conducting an assessment to evaluate your English speaking skills. The assessment will consist of 2 parts. The first part, formal essay and free interview. Okay? Remember to speak clearly and confidently and use this opportunity to showcase your English speaking abilities. Okay, the first verbal essay. We are going to start with a verbal essay. I like to speak on the topic your dream vacation destination. You will have 2 minutes to think about your ideas and then you'll speak for about 3 until 5 minutes. Remember to structure your responses with introduction, body, and conclusion. Take your time, guys. Okay, Miss. Thank you. Okay, guys. The second method is pre-interview, and I will ask you some open-ended question, and you can respond naturally. This is to assess your fluency, coherence, and accuracy in English. Let's start. Okay. I will ask you, Meras. Can you tell me about the best way to plan a vacation and why it is effective?
Okay. The best way to plan a vacation is to start by setting a budget and choosing a destination that fits with your need. Researching the destination thoroughly is essential to understand the best time to visit, local attraction, and available accommodation. Creating a detailed itinerary can help organize activities and ensure that you make the most of your time. Booking flight, accommodation, and activities in advance can also save money and reduce stress.
And what resources do you use for researching and planning the trips?
I use a combination of travel websites, books, and online review to gather information about the destination. Travel blogs and forums are also available resource for first-hand tips and recommendations for other travelers. Additionally, I use map apps to plan my routes and estimate travel time between different attractions. There's resource help me created a well-rounded and informed travel plan.
But how do you ensure flexibility in your vacation plans?
While having a detailed itinerary is helpful, I always leave some room for spontaneity and relaxation. I make sure to include free days or flexible time slot where we can explore at our own pace or take a break if needed, being open to changing mind based on local recommendation or unexpected opportunities.